Alright, y'all, I found part 2. We on it.
I don't even know how we got there because I tried to make it clear how many civil rights, it doesn't just boil down to one conversation, but I can see that somebody's campaign coffers really are struggling right now. So she gonna keep saying trans, so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen, I want y'all to tell me whether or
Do not call me a child. I am no child.
I want
Don't
to
even
find
start.
out
I am a grown
which
woman.
of those emails
I'll fuck with her. I don't care what nobody say.
actually have
ceilings.
Chairman, I am reclaiming my time.
You will not do that. I am not a child.
I am reclaiming my time.
If you want to take it outside,
Mr. Chairman, the committee is not in order.
Order.
Point of order.
Order. Chair recognizes Ms. Crockett.
No, point of order, Mr. Chairman.
State your point.
Is it allowed in the rules for a member to incite violence against another member? I mean, she said she wants to take it outside with.
hey, I have the First Amendment right too.
And so I'd like those words to be taken down. I am moving to have those words taken down. I believe it's against the rules to
Going outside doesn't incite violence.
Another
You have a conversation that isn't.
The committee will
interrupting the
suspend.
committee.
The member will state the words he wishes taken down.
where she said that we can take it outside, which is direct violation against the rules, inciting violence against another member.
How does that incite violence?
Mr. Chairman, there are, if I might point out, Mr. Chairman, there are decorum rules in the House of Representatives.
And the two parliamentarians are discussing this right now. We'll suspend for a second. All right. The chair is going to make a rule. What the gentlelady said was, we can take this outside if you want. And
Okay, so
that could mean you could go outside and have a cup of coffee or perhaps a beer, or, I mean, we have
seriously,
lots of conversations outside. So I'm.
Bitch ass nigga thought he had one. Hey, that's what his ass get. Hey, shout out to motherfucking Forbes, man. Hey, this shit hilarious. Hey, I don't know why the fuck niggas don't watch politics, G. Y'all ass goofy, man. Hey.
A rule that it was just a
that it's okay.
That it's okay.
All right, and then point of inquiry.
And remember, this is a slippery slope you're going down, because we have.
Oh, you're going down the
committee, as you know.
So just to be clear, in this committee, we can ask threaten violence on someone as long as excuse me.
I did not threaten violence. I threatened no violence. I threatened no violence.
What the fuck is his name? Frost or something? Wherever the fuck he from, he's a bitch. Why the fuck he's a part of the American Council? He's a bitch. He black too. Cut that fucking fro off, bitch ass nigga. What is wrong? He a bitch. He's a bitch. I don't care how many times I gotta say that shit in this video. He's a bitch. He talking too fucking much. He talking more than a bitch. You getting in bitch disagreements and arguments, nigga. Sit your ass down, nigga.
Was no violence.
As long as at the end.
I threatened no violence. None. You're making shit up as you go along. You might want to figure this one out.
Order. There was no
Mr. Chairman, cursing today.
No violence.
Mr. Chairman.
No violence.
I'm going to appeal the ruling of the chair.
Mr. Chairman, I have a point of inquiry. And I apologize because I had a meeting and came right down. Is it true that Ms. Mace was belittled by being called a child? Is that against our rules?
I would have to look up the rules. I don't know that it's specifically in the rules. We asked for proper decorum.
Can we strike it then? I'd like to have it stricken.
Okay.
There's Ms. Crockett's word stricken then.
There's a motion.
I move to appeal the ruling of the chair.
There's a motion to appeal the ruling of the chair. Chair recognizes Mr. Gosar.
And there's also a motion to strike words, Mr. Chairman.
I move to table, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion
to take down words, sorry.
There's a motion to table. The motion is not debatable okay, the motion is not debatable. All those in favor of okay, we're going to vote on the motion to table by Mr. Gosar, to table Mr. Frost's appeal. So the motion is not debatable. As all in favor of Mr. Gosar's motion to table Mr. Frost's amendment or motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed say no.
No.
In the opinion of the chair,
Mr. Chair, I ask for a recorded vote.
The motion is agreed to. A recorded vote is ordered. The clerk will call the roll. We have to do that right now. Clerk will call the roll. Would the clerk report?
Bro, I hate niggas, man. He a bitch, bro. He's a bitch ass nigga. He finna prolong this whole situation for what? He a bitch. I hate bitch ass niggas, man. He a bitch. Just like my 50th time calling this nigga a bitch, bro. He's just doing bitch ass shit. Ugh. This one I don't like bitch ass niggas. And it's sad he black. He had to be the bitch ass nigga out the pack. Ugh.
Tally.
Mr. Chairman, on this vote, the ayes are 22, the nays are 17.
The motion to table passes. Now we will go back to debate, and I believe it was Ms. Crockett with 2 minutes and 57 seconds remaining.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Chair, I actually had more time than that, but
Mr. Chairman, I
I
have a
can
quick
finish
motion.
up in the 240s.
Chairman, I have Mr. Chairman, I have a
We'll give you 4 minutes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman, I have a quick motion.
Oh, wait a minute, Chair recognize Mr. Donalds.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we move to structured debate for 15 minutes on Ms. Crockett's amendment.
Motion and second to structure debate for 15 minutes. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? No.
No.
Motion passes to limit debate to 15
Mr.
minutes.
Chair, I'd ask for a recorded vote.
Really?
Even I just said, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck, man? It's the black people doing the goof ass shit, cause she know her goof ass ain't ready. She can't compete with her, bro. I don't know why she even open her fucking mouth, bro. Goofy bitch.
All right. The clerk will the clerk will call the roll on Mr. Donald's motion to limit debate to 15 minutes to each.
Mother.
You ready?
Fucker.
100.
Parliamentary inquiry, Mr. Chairman. Are we in the middle of debating this motion?
I don't believe it's debatable, is it? It is debatable. It's debatable. Yeah, the motion to debate is already passed. I apologize. So now we're on the vote to the clerk's calling the vote.
Right,
So,
a recorded vote.
recorded vote
Thank you.
on Mr. Donald's motion to limit debate 15 minutes. All right, the clerk will report the vote tally.
Mr. Chairman, on this vote, the ayes are 23, the nays are 16.
All right, the motion passes for Mr. Donald's to limit debate to 15 minutes. Ms. Crockett will get her remaining 4 minutes, and then each side will have 7.5 additional minutes if necessary. So the chair recognizes Ms. Crockett for the remainder of her 4 minutes that don't count towards the limit to debate. Then from there on, if there's further requests for debate, there'll be 7.5 minutes each time. Chair recognizes Ms. Crockett for her remaining 4 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The final points that I was going to make is while this amendment has to do with civil rights, for whatever reason, the colleague on the other side of the aisle decided to attack Democrats and pretend as if we do not look out for women. And I want to be clear that it's Democrats that were pushing for the Equal Rights Amendment, and I don't recall any Republicans supporting us having the Equal Rights Amendment. I also want to make it clear that just because someone fantasizes or wants to be dramatic about the idea of someone could be a quote unquote man in a locker room or in a bathroom, I've yet to hear an actual testimony of someone who, for whatever reason, has experienced this in real time. But I can tell you some real numbers and some real facts, because I don't like to live in fantasy when I'm talking about how I'm going to govern for the American people. The facts are, in my state alone, in the state of Texas, once they decided that they were going to overturn the Roe decision, 26,000 women then ended up raped. 26,000 is what we had reported. And that was only within about a year's time span. And when they reported those rapes, none of them seemed to have anything to do with trans folk. And I don't recall any legislation to help out those women in Texas and beyond that are actually dying. We're not projecting may die, but are actually dying or have died in southern states that have decided that they wanted to go after our reproductive freedom. So as a woman in this country, as a Texan, and as a Black woman who, when we look at the numbers, and I believe in data and science, and I know that that escapes a lot of people in this chamber, but the numbers are clear that specifically Black women have always struggled when it came down to the maternal mortality rates in general. The fact that somebody who looks like me, no matter how much money they have, because I can remind you of a very wealthy tennis star that almost lost her life while trying to give birth. Some things I honestly just don't think should be partisan. And frankly, I do believe in privacy, because honestly, I don't want none of y'all making decisions if I ever end up pregnant and have to decide what it takes for me to save my life. And I give the same opportunity for other women in this country to make decisions as they see fit. So while we look at how we protect women completely differently, I can tell you that at least in the 766,000 women or 760.
This bitch is getting on my nerves.
6,000 constituents that I represent, I have had them come to me concerned about whether or not they could survive childbirth. But I have not had a single person in my district tell me that they were concerned that they may be raped by a trans person. So if there is an issue to solve in this country based on facts, data, and statistics, I think that we need to look at the type of health care that we are going to advance for women in this country. And with that, I will yield.
Gentlelady yields back. We're going to now go into the 15-minute cap.
Oh, hell, fuck no. Fuck that shit. We finna go into the next video, man. Fuck that bullshit. But no. What I was finna say, that bitch get on my nerve. One, bitch, it's not really just the trans thing. First of all, you give the pass of a nigga who ain't even trans to get into a woman's bathroom or restroom or changing room or whatever. You give them that open space to do it. One, two, bitch, it's a bigger picture to the situation. Don't just sit there and just, this is why I said what I said about black women being comfortable with that shit. Why? Because they know we got that shit in our community. It's heavy, but for some reason we just don't care. But it should be restrictions on certain things. And the reason for that is, I don't know what the fuck she said, why she brought up the Roe v. Wade thing to bring up rape and shit. I don't know if the numbers spiked around. I highly doubt it. But that's why she didn't say that, if you notice. But she just said the number. That's the one thing Democrats be trying to pull. They be trying to hype shit up, make it seem like, well, for one, that's my main thing. I keep trying to say people need to care about whether or not we protecting these women. It ain't just about like abortion. It ain't just about the trans thing. Another thing with the abortion thing is this: there are very few cases that she did not mention. That's the part she don't mention. Small amount of cases of rape case. Matter of fact, I'll look that shit up.
Hey, gotta know your purpose. Understand what worth is. These snakes is lurking, observing, trying to close your curtains. These